Hey, what's up everyone? Kodo Lewis here, back with another video on Sunhaven. Now in this one we're not going to be playing any, but I'm just going to be talking about this sneak peek update that they posted on the dev blog recently. They just posted this on the 7th, so that was about almost 3 days ago, pretty much 3 days ago. It's about 4:30 in the morning here, so just barely 3 days. Really what I wanted to talk about is just go over this a little bit and talk about what's gonna, be coming out. It gives you a little sneak peek, give us some speculation and stuff like that on what I think, and maybe get some feedback on what any of you guys think. Hopefully maybe this update will roll out tomorrow. I don't know. It doesn't say when they're gonna roll it out. I'm thinking probably next weekend or next week sometime. I don't know. The last update I think was on like the 13th last month, so it could be about the 13th of this month. That'd be about Monday I think, or something like that, so I could see it coming out pretty soon, but it's definitely going to be within the next week or two, 100% I believe. But let's go ahead and get into this. So let's just go ahead and start by reading some of it, and then I'll start talking and breaking it down a little bit. Okay, so without revealing too much, I can tell you this. The next patch will be big for Withergate. If you haven't unlocked the monster city yet, I recommend you start working on it now. If you've already fallen in love with Withergate's neon jungle, then you're guaranteed to have a blast with this next patch. So right off the bat, they're already just basically saying they're gonna be ramping up Withergate, like hopefully a ton. I'm really hoping we get to see like the carnival added in, because they've kind of boast that a little bit in the lore when you're talking to people and stuff like that, and it would just be really nice to see that as a part of it, especially hopefully tons of new ways to add tickets and stuff, and just to make that process a lot more satisfying and stuff. I'm hoping to see more shops, just more everything, more things to buy. It's just going to be awesome. I'm definitely stoked about it. The Withergate's definitely one of my favorite town, probably of the three, of like the Elf Village, the regular town, and then the monster. I'm going to say Withergate's probably the best, honestly. Just has the coolest layout. The monsters are awesome. It's just really, really cool. Really hoping to get to see some quest updates in this next one. The quest is kind of, it ends at Withergate right now, so there's really high chance of seeing some quest updates, I think, to the main storyline. So hopefully we get to see that. Hopefully they'll add like a bulletin board and everything to Withergate, and just a bunch of stuff like that. There looks like there's little vending machines around Withergate area. I'm sure everybody's kind of noticed that. It looks like maybe like potion type things or something, some kind of buff I'm sure they might give you, but I think that'd be cool to see those get implemented in, where you can actually buy that from those and do whatever they do. Just tons of cool stuff. It just has so much potential with Withergate. I'm just extremely excited, totally hoping, definitely make sure you keep an eye out for my next video on the next update video, where I'm going to be breaking down, because as soon as that update's released, I'm going to be showing all the stuff that gets released. I'll be playing through it. I'm gonna do the same thing as this one, talk through it, but then I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna be playing. I'm gonna be showing you, what is what got changed, what added in. If there's more quest content, we'll play through the quest stuff. We'll do all the stuff. We're gonna do it all, go over it all. That way you guys can see that. And let's go ahead and move on. On top of the updates to Withergate, we've updated the mines beneath Sunhaven. This makeover is hot, so you'll really have to watch your step. Here's a hint: you might want to bring a sword with you on your underground adventures. So right there, that's just going to tell us they already said they were going to add in monsters to the mines, so right here just letting us know they're coming in the next update. 100% they're going to be there. Better prepare. I have mixed feelings about it. Like, I really like the mines being peaceful right now, but it is a bit dull. It's super boring, just mining with like no threat whatsoever. I'm just running through like on a skateboard and just like vacuuming up ores with the vacuumulus spell. It's just like, it's kind of, it's too easy, honestly. There needs to be more of a threat down there, so it makes sense. Hopefully there'll be, I'd like to see maybe like some golems type monsters or something where you could kill them and get ores and stuff like that. Maybe, you know, that'd be just more reason to actually fight stuff down there and get your combat up, and hopefully we get to see some really cool monsters like that. I have no idea. I don't think they've released anything talking about what kind of like monsters they're actually going to be putting in to the mines, but really hoping that it's just a bunch of new stuff. I don't see them putting anything that's like already in the game down there as far as like monster wise, that they're going to come up with new stuff, I guarantee it. Hopefully it's kind of like a just real cool, I don't know, just like every like how like every 10 floors it kind of progresses. I'd like to see kind of that with the monsters. Maybe like the harder floors, you know, you're gonna have those harder monsters. It would just make sense. But hopefully we get to see that. Definitely looking forward to it. So that's a big thing. That's pretty much it. The mines. They said they were talking about before how they were gonna add in the chests too and everything on that every 10 floors. So I'm sure there'll be more, a little bit more, and probably some just random balance changes. Who knows, like things like that. This is just the main things they wanted to just tease you with. So, all right, so we're gonna go ahead and move on. So, furthermore, we've heard your feedback about fishing. We've been grappling with the fishing system and coming up with ways to improve the experience and make it both more fun and more worthwhile. You may have guessed what this means. More fish. We're adding a whopping 35 new fish across Sunhaven, Nelvari, and Withergate. Prime your rods and stop by Peter's shop if you need to, because these fishies won't catch themselves. So right there, guys, there you have it, like 35 new fish. And they're gonna be changing the fishing system, so that's just really, really good. I'm gonna go ahead and keep reading because this is more stuff about fishing. The fishing is gonna be completely revamped. It's gonna be awesome. I'm totally stoked about it. So in addition to all the new Scaly Boys, the fishing mechanic itself is being redesigned to be more interactive, now including a mini game to catch fish. What's more, the fishing skill is being separated into its own entire skill tree so that you passionate anglers can really invest in your daily catch. That right there, guys, is just huge. I think that's exactly how it should have been from the start. I noticed whenever fishing was not its own category, it didn't really make sense to me. It seemed like, you know, fishing should level up fishing, not exploration. It just didn't really make sense. It didn't fit in well. The experience rates were like not good from what I could tell. The fishing was just the worst thing about the whole game. Let's be honest. The fishing is the worst thing about the game right now. That's probably like the 100% truth. But it's definitely, like, with this update, I think it has a ton of potential to become like one of the best things in the whole game, especially like with the fishing skills and stuff like that, because I think that was a big part of why it was the worst thing, because there were no fishing skills whatsoever. Like, you had like a section where you could see where the fishing skills were in all that stuff, but in the exploration skill category, but you couldn't, like, there was no skills that you could actually unlock or anything. They were all locked, still like unavailable, not developed. So really hoping to get to see like a lot of random cool fishing skills, just fishing based stuff. Like, if it's gonna be its whole own skill tree, you know, it's gonna have probably some subcategories, kind of how the other ones, like kind of how like the combat has like a magic type deal, and then it's kind of like a sword combat, and then like the bottom is kind of like health, and then it's like the range right there in the middle too. It's hoping to see that with the fishing, like maybe different types of fishing or something, just tons of fishing skills. I'm just really stoked about that. Hopefully that turns out to be really awesome. Well, let's go ahead and move on. And right here, take a look at one of our new legendary catches. Right here's a picture of the fish and everything. Pretty cool, pretty awesome. Definitely stoked about it. Definitely gonna have to do a bunch of fishing myself. I haven't done any fishing basically at all in the game because of just how lame it kind of was, honestly. So just to recap it all, so let's go ahead and just summarize it all up. To recap this sneaky peeky, you've got major additions to Withergate, so that's number one. major additions to Withergate, updates to the mine, that's number 2, and number 3, a whole new skill tree to grind out. That's fishing. Not to mention the fact that that's only some of what's to come in this next patch. That's a pretty bold statement to just say it's only some of what's gonna come. That might not even be the best of the best. Like, that's just, you know, that's just huge. I think this is gonna be the biggest update the game's had so far. So like, anybody who's been thinking about getting this game, definitely keep an eye out for my next video on the patch breakdown whenever we go through and actually play the update when it comes out and everything. This may be the update that's gonna convince you to want to buy this game, because this is gonna probably add in twice the content, possibly, is what it's sounding like. It may not too, but I mean, honestly, it's sounding like it has a ton of potential, like so much potential off of this update. And we'll go ahead and just finish up reading this. We're working hard on rolling out these updates for you, and we're enormously grateful for all of you who are sticking with us through this journey. Please stay tuned for future updates. That's all I've got for you this time around, folks. I hope you're all staying safe and taking care of yourselves. So that's all we have, guys, right there. That's it. Just 3 major things. The Withergate is getting massive changes. We know for a fact. Withergate's getting massive changes. We know for a fact that, what was the second thing? The mines. The mines are getting some pretty massive changes. They're adding in mobs. Hopefully they're adding in like the chest thing, like every 10 levels, like they were kind of like how Stardew Valley has and stuff like that. And then the third thing, that the fishing skill. That's just going to be amazing. Whole skill tree based around fishing. That's just going to be great to see how that plays out. And just really excited to see how that is. I'm definitely interested to see how they tackle like the fishing mini game. Like, is it going to be just kind of like Sunhaven, or not Sunhaven, sorry, just like Stardew Valley, kind of how you have like that little bar, like the bar, and then you got to keep like your bobber inside of it and whatever. And I mean, that's kind of how most games I've seen been doing of them. I mean, really, I'm not sure how they can really go about it, but it's definitely going to be interesting to see. I'm really excited to see how they pull it off, and hopefully they can hopefully they have figured out something different and unique. And if not, I mean, honestly, the fishing, mini game type deal, whatever you want to call it, in Stardew Valley is pretty solid too. So as long as they just kind of use that in order to tweak it and add in like their own mix with like the magic and all that good stuff, I think honestly it'll just turn out really, really good. I'm definitely hoping to see some really cool fishing magic going on, like some cool fishing spells. Just really excited. There's just so much potential. That's just so much stuff. But that's really all I have for you guys. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss that next one, like I was saying. And if you guys got anything to say, got any comments of your own, if you have any speculations, you have anything you think that they're hiding, like maybe about like within this content here somewhere, like if you thought maybe they hinted towards something I didn't cover, or if you just have like some speculation of your own, like what else they're gonna add in, let's hear it. Throw it in the comments. Let's talk about it a little bit if you guys want. I'm definitely open for it. Let me know if you're excited for this update, what you guys think. I think it's definitely going to be the biggest update so far, and that's really all I have. So take care, everyone.